Hello, everybody. Hello. It has been a while. I am back. I am so excited because I finally got this streaming working, and I am excited to be here with you finally and do assembly. So, if you're not familiar with assembly, assembly is the pair programming of weekly event where we get together and we work on a project together to get something done. Now, if you're just tuning in for a couple of weeks, I've been away. That's because I'm not in my regular setup. And because I'm not on regular my setup, there is a lot of changes I had to make to my setup to make sure I can stream for you, so that I can be here for you, so that you can follow along and we can get this done. So, excitedly enough, I think we're ready to go. Um, if you're not familiar with pair programming, how do we describe it? So, mob programming and pair programming is essentially we've got a pilot, we got a navigator, and then we got the mob, and we work together, we switch and rotate on a little timer. And every time the timer, we're working on 15 minutes. Every time the timer hits up, we rotate. If you're in the mob, you don't get to rotate with us, but you do get to help out in the chat. So you're not left out in the wind. We get to work together. So today we're going to keep working on our Angler bot, which is essentially the bot that is the goal is to tackle to lure the opponent into a place that it is in advantageous for that bot. We're going to get into it because I feel like we've missed a lot of time. So I'm not going to take too much of the time. I've gone our basic explanation and we're going to get into the coding aspect of it. I'm going to do a quick ping to Dog Tato and Mind Me, who have been working with me for a couple of weeks on this. I'm going to make sure they know, and then if they jump in while we're doing it, then that's fine. If not, we'll continue, like they'll show up next week. I've been a little inconsistent, and so I understand if they miss a week or two or whatever. So I'm going to actually send this quickly over, and then while that happens, let's get some music going as well, because we want to make sure that there is some good vibes when we're coding. I'm also going to I've let Dog Tato know. And then I let Mind Me know. Again, both of them have been actively joining me with this bot. Now let's get some music going. I don't like this song. Perfect. I like this. Let's do this. This is like good coding vibes. All right, and if you're in the chat, say hi. Let me know what's good with you. And let's get some coding done. Okay. Actually, I want to make sure I have the chat up so I can see what's happening. Oh, I guess am I gonna get to pin it? Can I put this on like... Oh, I just have to keep checking then. I'm gonna have to code and then I'm gonna have to check the chat. That's just basically what we're gonna have to do because unfortunately I cannot... Well, maybe I can put it on my phone. Okay, I can do that. I can put it on my phone. Put chat on my phone, I think. That way I can keep an eye on what's happening. Just give me a second to make sure I have this chat open. Alright, got the chat open on my phone. Let's dive into some coding. Let's see where we left off. This is a good time. The best time to do is always do a run. Oh, this music's really loud in my ear. Just, whoops, not mute. Just turn it down. Okay, let's run it and see where we are. Let's run the code. See where we are with this code. Last time where we left off, oh, is it gonna run? So just to run the code, and we'll see how it's holding out. If indeed, oh, it's running, it's loading. That's good news. Okay, so we'll see how this code handles itself, where we left off in terms of problems, if any. Maybe we had no problems. I don't know. So, okay, so it's right now we left off on a crash, and I'm not surprised that we left off on a crash because we had a lot of things going on. So, though Dog Tato's not here, I'm gonna assume. Oh, sorry, I'm just gonna double check and make sure my audio is good for you guys. All right, everything looks good on my side. You guys are feeling this is gonna be a good stream night. Okay, so yeah, this is crashing, and last time I remember. Oh, so it's actually working on the NPC side and crashing on my bot side. If I remember correctly, we were playing around with the location. That's what's gonna get us a little messed up in terms of the side. So Dog Tato was last time when we were trying out. Dog Tato had put some sides, like the locations, manually. These are them. These are the locations. He assigned the positions manually. This is what we were working on. Here we go. Okay, so I've been away from this code for far too long. And so, if I remember correctly, we'll actually get a little bit of codium on here. Just have my AI alongside me to help me make this ideally work. So last time, Dog Tato had actually set the position for X and position for the different sides. And if I remember correctly, that actually was giving us a bit of problems. So he, if I remember correctly, if we comment this out, we'll do some debugging. That is not it. Yeah, perfect. If we actually if we comment this out, we should be able to do some testing. And if we return this, we should be able to get that back. If you're in the chat, please let me know. How is the audio sound? How does the video look? How do we look? Are we back? Are we back? Are we finally back to coding on a regular basis? Okay, let's see how this will work backwards. Oh, is there a plugin update? Oh, just Pylance. That's fine. That's not a big deal right now. How's my frame rate? Everybody, test the chat. Okay. Oh, my phone went to sleep. Okay, let's see. Let's see how we go. We're gonna narrow down. We're gonna focus on narrowing down, essentially making sure that we're working on the right thing, which is the positioning. That's weird. He's not moving at all. He's not moving. So does that mean? Does that mean he's bugged? So let's see if I close him. Oh. Yeah, so if I close him, the other bot moves. So he's bugged a bit. And I don't know what's bugged about him, which is, I mean, it's never good when you don't know why something is the way it is. And, you have to say to yourself, like, where do I go to fix this? Where do I go to change this? What can I do? Wait, first of all, this is Plateau Micro, right? Did I just change the wrong one? Hold on. Is this Plateau Micro? Please be Plateau Micro. Or is this, did I change the wrong one? Oh, maybe I didn't change the right ones. Oh, maybe I did not. This is BMA, isn't this? This is BMA. So these, oh goodness. You know what? Instead of being crazy, let's just ask our bot or AI to give us a little bit of a. All right, well, let's see how smart you are. Hey AI, can you tell me where my zealots starting location is set in my code? See if he figures that out. Assign defense position. Does this hotlink? So it is assigned defense position because these are the stalkers positions. And if those are the stalker positions, so self-defense. This is stalker positions. Okay, so these are our positions, defense positions. No, this was the right thing. So I did change the right thing. So this is what Dog Tato had set before, and these are our testers. But why did it not? Okay, let's try this again. Maybe it's not even maybe it's not the starting positions that are causing the crash. We'll comment these out and we'll kind of start from a square one. And we'll keep debugging. Oh crap, what did I just open? That is not what I wanted. What if we just don't add? Oh, what if we did this? Let's just say center of the map. Can we just maybe just say center of the map and just see if that is okay before we get it to? Let's try center of the map. We'll do a little bit of a reverse. Okay, we'll see if center of the map is a-okay and gets us where we need to go. No, center of the map also didn't work. Let's see if we can see anything that is causing it. Okay. None of that's working. So why don't we not set a defense position? See what happens. Let's kill this. I'm gonna kill the other one. Let's take it out. Let's get rid of that. Let's oh, I like this song. Yeah. Oh, I don't have it printing what map it is. let's try maybe. Okay, we'll take it off and then we'll say something. Say, just want to print what the map is. No, I should actually, it should automatically. But it'll say starting on the left here, starting on the right, starting on the left, starting on the right. Maybe I'll add like starting on the left PM. And then starting on the right PM. And then we'll have it kind of do this run right now. So yeah, okay. So Miami can't join because there's a hurricane? Question mark? Maybe I'm so out of touch. My bad. So yeah, it's just us today. We're gonna do is just us coding today. Dog Tyler can't join this week, and that's okay. We're gonna make some progress on our own. Um, let's see if we can at least get this bug fixed. That's the goal for tonight. It's a short stream, but we're gonna get the goal of getting this at least fixed. Jesus, it's just nothing. No movement or anything. Oh, we got something though. We got at least an error code. So at least an error code is better than like nothing, right? As long as we got something. Let's see what this error code is trying to tell us. What do you got here? Integral module by 0 error. So okay, so we know it's here. Maybe it's our. Let's take off the stalkers. Ask our bot. Can he? What's the advanced? Okay, no need for that. That's cool. No need. Can we actually get it to? Can we take a look at terminal? Last terminal command. Wait. Can you tell me about this error? What can you tell me? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, what did you notice? Module by 0. This error occurs when you're trying to perform a module operation. 0 in this case is happening on line of the code. Position equals. What len is that? So F equals position equals self dot defense. Oh. Okay. Let's just take this out just for a second. Why is the melee? Why is melee doing this? Okay, so that's something to note. Let's take this out for a second. I know it's going to give an error, but let's take this out for a second and see. We just want to get it moving. If it moves, then we're like, okay, we're a little swimming here. Essentially, as long as we have go see. It's good that it actually gave me an idea of what was going on. We'll have to reevaluate what that does, but I just want to get it to move. If it doesn't freeze, and then we'll work backwards from there. mean, we just need to get to a baseline. Okay, we're still getting some errors here. It's still not. We're getting a. Hey, Pablo, how are you? Hey, Pablo. Okay, so we are still crashing a bit. But the good news is we got some error codes. Close this. Close, close, close. Yes, don't. What are you doing? Just close. Okay. I don't know why it's not closing on its own, but whatever. We'll keep going. Check 259. 259. What's going on 259? Units, lists, squads, units. So on 259, we've got unit list, squad tags. I mean, I'm not seeing it here. It might, if you're talking about squad positions. Okay, you know what? Let's do something. Let's actually restore. Let's restore some of these stuff. And we'll restore the stalkers first. The stalkers never gave problems, but let's restore the stalkers and go back to that line. We'll restore stalker defense position. And then we will, and by the way, guys, if you see the solution later on, put the comments in there so I can, like, I cannot tell you how many times we've been saved from solutions that were brought up after the stream. Okay, let's bring back position. Let's bring back target position. Let's remove defense position, because this is pulling from, oh, this is the right. This is actually right. So this is self.defense position equals len. Oh, but you know why? This is enumerating over the, yes, I know why this is not liking it, because it's enumerating. So what if we did, let's actually take off the len. Let's say, let's go quickly check the chat. No, that I told that. Oh, no, that kind of error is in the engine API. I wrote a block like this, and it's still getting more info from training. Yeah, so I think it actually might be. It could actually be from the Eris framework, and I will bring this attention to Rasper himself. But we have had it working before, so there's something we're trying to do, and I want to zero in on what is causing the problem before I bring it to Rasper. Just say, hey, this is broken. Can you like take a look at it, because that's not very helpful for him. But I think there is actually a problem with the Eris framework when it comes to processing. What's this? On step 192. So this is in the self-control attackers. So let's actually bring back all our positions, and then what if I just say something like, I don't know, it's enumerating over everyone. So let's just say position equals, I don't know, center of the map. So position equals self dot, oh my god, what is it? Game info? Is it game info? Oh my god, what is it? Game info? I always forget. Oh, I'm gonna have to scroll up now. Is it self.gameinfo.local, self.gameinfo, game underscore info. If I just type, good, perfect. Game underscore info map center. Perfect. Let's try this. Let's see what happens. While it runs, let me check the let me check this chat. Pablo, when you say it's still getting training, are you talking about like machine learning? Are we talking about that kind of training, or are you talking about training for yourself? Come on, little bot, come on. Oh, it's moving. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay, we got some progress. So it's something with the enumeration. That's good news. We know there's something wrong with the enumeration. Over. Uh, that's good news. We finally got some movement. Finally. Jesus. So we know at least. We know roughly. Oh, why is this so slow? Is my sleep on? What? Or I wonder if it's so slow because I'm streaming. Okay, so good news is we got it working. Good news is we got it working. It's like no longer stuck. So we identified exactly where we're running into a problem. We'll fix. Now we can like highlight that problem, and then see if we can just like solve that. So let's. God, that's like so awesome because at the very least, we made some progress today. I know it's going to be a short stream for me, but God, I'm glad we made some progress. I was worried that I was going to be. So it's this line here that's giving me problem. So let's maybe we can take a look at this. So this is position. What did Codium say? To fix this error, you need to ensure the self-dot position is not empty before trying to access this element. You can add a simple check before the line just causing the error. Oh. That's it? I mean, well, I guess so. It shouldn't be empty though. It'd be weird. I don't think that. I really actually I'm not very confident on that. But let's give it a check just in case because it shouldn't be empty. I'm gonna give it a check, but I'm gonna actually also double check to make sure that. I'm gonna double check to make sure. Can we see? So oh, what is this? So self-dot position equals list point 2 equals. Okay, so it's a list and it's a point 2. That's weird though. It should always be a list. So maybe it's actually not liking it because the list is empty. That explains now why it was actually not working even then because the list was empty. So what if we bring back this list? So we need to actually make sure this list gets filled. So it actually needs a list, and these are all point 2s. So this list gets filled. So if it's on the left, it goes game info sem for point. So 5432. This makes sense to me because this is like, okay, if it's on the left, what did you say? That will propagate an error in case you assign the var after. So if it's empty, you cannot assign it. Do you think the if statement will cause an error? Because you assign the variable after, so if it's empty, you cannot assign it. I guess it's though it's doing to make sure it's a check. to make oh, I see what you're meaning. I mean, I mean, this shouldn't be empty. Okay, because you know what? This may actually okay. So this, let's work through the logic here. Game starts up. Then we go self dot position, and then we feed this position four coordinates, point two coordinates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 coordinates each. There are 4 zealots. And then if we jump down, can we jump down to control army? Control F, please. If oh my god, what did I just do? Okay, control shift Y, control F. Let's say target. Let's go down to is it control melee? Melee? Melee. Oh, okay. We'll have to. One of the things we'll end up doing is we'll clean up this our code so it's easier to navigate at some point. But for now, here we go. If squads if close curio. Okay. So if melee units, I don't really need this. Actually, I'll say this is my debugger. Debug. So what we'll say if defense position, so as long as it says as long as there's a defense position, that's actually maybe a little redundant because as long as there's a defense position, it should work. We'll take. Oh, I'm tempted to take it out, but realistically, as long as we have so. Position equals self-diff position I, which is for I. So I in unit, enumerate melee. So it goes over each melee, which is 4. So position equals self-diff position 4% len self-defense position. So it goes down the list. And then it assigns defense positions for each one. I mean, you technically don't want to not tell it to do that. Because then if it doesn't, then position will be empty if there is no target position. So this has to be correct. But then, because position, unless I did an else. Let's try this. Let's do this. Else. And then else will be this. What happened here? Why did it not work? Hold on. Oh, I saw. Okay, makes sense. So else equals this, shift tab. And then, okay. Let's do, this is not really good. But we just want to see if we can get. Okay, while it over, so as long as the variable writes, we should be okay. Like that's my reasoning. So those of you watching, if you're on the stream, you let me know how things go. Things are clear. I know we've, oh. Okay, it's moving, it's not crashed. but I cannot see. So what we need to see is whether or not this is going to be, where is this trying to go? So it's going to its right spot. What I don't understand is why I didn't do that before. You know, why was it bugging up before? Because now it's going to where it needs to be. Okay, so they're where they're supposed to be. Oi! Oh, the else is like messing up with it. So, yeah, that was gonna happen. So that's probably the else statement causing it to screw up. But at least it's not crashing, right? Realistically, I didn't do anything different. I don't feel like I did anything. I feel like I didn't do anything. So let's actually do this without the else statement. Let's say, let's do this. I mean, honestly, I feel like this if statement shouldn't make a difference. But it works, so like who am I to be fussed about it if it works? I just don't know why it works, and that's like, I guess that's frustrating in of itself. So obviously, I guess I don't have to know why it works. But it becomes inconsistent. My results become inconsistent at this way. Oh look, now it doesn't work now. See? That's so weird. I think this is an Eris fault problem. I think we have an Eris problem. And I might need to pass this to Rasper. What's this? Okay. Can you... What's the error problem? Mind you, that's a, so Skippy, partial KD tree, query ball, units in range, unit memory. So that's an Aries. That's in Aries at some point. Or is it? Hold on. Yeah, that's Aries stuff. There's units in range. That's units in range. So that's like with Aries and that's definitely like an Aries thing. Don't see the action because it's not empty. Seems like it's always has positions on. It's probably unneeded. Because it's always has positions, so it's probably unneeded. I mean, maybe. I feel like that should not be the case. But then again, I'm not. I'll be honest when I say I'm not 100% sure. I mean, what should I do? Okay. Because it worked 1 minute and it doesn't work another. And that... Maybe I'm going to copy this and save this for later. How can I want to copy my error code. I'm going to give this to error. I'm going to give this to Rasper and have him take a look. but I'm gonna try anyways, regardless. Can I just copy my? I'm sure there's an easier way than to do what I'm about to do, but actually, let me get all of this. Ah! I probably could have gotten. Gonna get all of this error code. Pass it to Rasper for him to look at. And then I will also analyze this a little bit after we do this stream. I'm just gonna actually pull up a notepad, guys. Sorry, just give me a sec. I'm gonna toss it in a notepad so I can have this for later. Okay. Just want to make sure I have this error for later for me to review and see if I can figure out what's going on there. Okay, so it goes over each one. If I get rid of the numeration, this works instead. So we do have this working. Oh, where's my terminal? Oi, terminal. We'll kill this terminal and start a new one. Oh, the thing is still open. That's why. My bad. Crap. That's why. I was like, where'd the terminal go? And that's because I still had the game open. Can I just go Alt F4 for these things? Oh, I have, not, okay, not quite. That doesn't, I can't just Alt F4 these. That would make life easier if I could just Alt F4. Oh my god, now this won't close. Please close. Okay, there we go. All right, let's try again. Where is the setup of self-defense position? Right, why don't we take a peek? We'll take a peek at where self-defense position is. So self-defense position is declared at the top. We'll let that load up. So let's go self.defense position. Oh. Self dot. Self dot underscore position. So we declare it here. This is on initiate. So as soon as it initiates, we set it up. It's a list. Oh, is it running? Oh, it is running. Isn't that cute? So it's running when we set position as... Look at that. So it ran here. Also, are we not stuttering? Oh, they're not attacked. I'm like, why are we not doing stutter stepping? Why aren't my units? Why is there no stutter stepping? Oi, oi. Well, for some reason it didn't stutter step, but it won. So we'll have to fix one problem at a time. I don't know why it didn't stutter step. It should have obviously stutter step. That should have. So you don't need a condition of self-defense. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't need a condition. That was kind of like a, you know, yeah. It's already defined in the start. We already defined it as a list. The problem is, of course, is if the list is empty. If the list is empty, then it causes a problem. So I was trying to play around with how we set self-defense position. So the problem we're running into is self-defense position. This is a problem right here because it is. Why don't we try something? Let's try some. Let's try this. Let's actually use self-defense position, and then check these numbers because maybe these numbers are because they might be our points, and then we'll kind of try something with these. This is a little bit of a little bit of a janky method, but we're gonna make sure. Might be okay, so we'll actually make sure our len is working as it should. We'll get rid of this and we'll see what happens. Yeah, we actually don't need this. This is not necessary. Oh, what's this? Oh, yes. What line is that? 62. It's way at the top. Oh, it's gonna want me to do commas for everybody. Okay, got it. It's gonna want commas here. So let's try this. And then okay. So we're just going to root out by a process of elimination what's giving us some of the heartache. And I think it might be our points. Maybe it doesn't like us adding the points twos to the position. Maybe the coordinates are not actually right. We'll again, we're just going to eliminate some of the here we are. So we're frozen again. And I'm guessing may not be the it's not it may be the it may not be the coordinates. Yeah. There's something's up here. Something is not liking something here. And it's not these coordinates. It's something with how we're something about how we're doing this is not liking. I don't know. It's a little weird. Yeah, it's something about how we're collecting these. We're doing this coordinate. It's not liking, but it. Okay, maybe we should print it. Maybe we should print the coordinates every time. Maybe we'll get a print statement in there and we'll try to debug and we'll see what it's doing. Let's do that. Let's kind of see what it's doing as it enumerates. Maybe we'll get some insight. Oh, we actually have to come to. We're gonna actually have to end this stream shortly. But good news is we are back up and running. Hopefully this stream was a lot better. Well, it's miles better than I was last week where I was dropping frames like crazy. So I think that Maybe you can parse the data to appropriate. Something, yeah, related to the float number. I don't know. It seems weird. Maybe. Uh. I mean, okay. Let's do a Hail Mary. Let's do a Hail Mary. Can I actually tell it the class? Let's say, and you know, we'll give it to the AI and let it see if it can take a look at it, and maybe it'll give me some ideas. What? Okay, so in control attackers, can I actually say what line? Can I give the context of the line? Because I would ideally, was this line 320? It doesn't know. It probably doesn't know that. What can I do? How can I give it context of this section? Can I highlight? Can I just highlight a line? Because that would be really good if I can just highlight the section. And do you understand highlights? How do you know? How do you code context items? Those are not what I need. I need you to. Can I do highlights? How do I like get you to understand highlighted text? Files diff. What's diff? As in like. Oh. Okay. No, that's not what I need you to do. I don't know. I just want you to kind of know the context of the part I'm highlighting. I know Copilot can understand highlighted text, but I don't know if Codium can understand. Oh, hello, Zakalara. Sorry, I missed your message. I was so like engrossed into what was going on. I missed your message, Zakalara. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Okay, so let's describe what's happening. Control attackers. For some reason, I'm going to be a little general. My units are not moving. Something with how the position equal is set. I have changed position to self.game info map center as a debug, and that worked. But whenever I try to len over list, bot doesn't respond. Like, listen, I don't know how much this AI is going to understand, but let's see what happens. Seems the issue might be related to the position variable in the path to unit target behavior, which is what we're doing. Is that path to unit? I wasn't paying attention. This is path to unit, yes. In the debug version, you set the path set, which might be a valid point, but in the non-debug version, you're trying to set the position to self-defense. It's possible the self-defense position is empty list. No, it's not list. It's not empty. Cause the len function to return 0 and ilen self-defense expression to result in error. No, how can I give it context that I set? I want to say that I set. What is this? Oh, is this in the delayed start? Oh. Oh, could this be because of delayed start? Oh. When does delayed start? Is it not happen? Oh, could this be a problem? Okay. Follow me here. Follow me with this. What if we... Can we set this on initiate? Can we put this on initiate? like, I want you to, let's follow this for a sec. Let's put this on. Oh, how is this delayed start happening? Because this is called, oh, maybe this is the problem. This delayed start. Is delayed start happening before? Ah, snap. Maybe it's because it's delayed start. It's actually happening. No, but it is actually occurring though before we call. I don't need sleep anymore. I mean, what if we set this on the initiate? If we set this on initiate, maybe that won't be a problem. Let me quickly. Yeah, so it's, I think the division from 0. So I think the division from 0 is actually coming from the fact that yeah, I think the problem is that we're right now we're using a delayed start, and that might be causing it to divide by 0 when it starts, and that's where we're running into an issue. Oh my god, could this be it? Like, okay, how can I test this without having to take apart this entire code? Because I don't know if I want to do this right, because I have to get going. We have to end this stream in a few minutes, and this could be something that's like, okay, let's. Oh, what do I want to do? How do I do this? What should I do? Because we have delayed start. We have the delayed start. Let's ask the AI quickly. Could it be because of delayed start? Whoops. Is possible issue related to the delayed start method in the manager setting delayed in the list, but only if certain conditions are met. If the conditions are not met, delay. You can add a print statement in delayed start to check if the print statement is being set correctly. Did I not have it set here in the beginning that tells you what side it's doing? Starting on PM right. I mean, if you can check if the delayed start method is called before the control attack because the delayed start is not called. Yeah, see, this is what I was thinking, because if the delayed start is not called before it sets the units, if not self-delayed, how did I set what are the conditions for delayed start again? Why don't we set it like right at the beginning of it? Like there shouldn't. Let's set it ahead of time. Let's set. It runs actually on the first frame. So let's say right here. First thing it's done is delayed start. So if we haven't set delayed start to true, because delayed start always runs. So it only, as long as delayed start is true, then whatever. I think you need to declare before start as async def. So make a constant value so it's not 0 for testing. Okay, so those are actually really good ideas, because if I make it, you're right, if I make it a set value before. Okay, let's try this first, and then if that doesn't work, at least, you know what though, I feel good because at least we have a direction to go to. Because before we're kind of roaming aimlessly, and this feels like, okay, if this, okay. So we're gonna actually test this, and then we're gonna end the stream because I gotta go in literally 1 minute. And so I'm gonna actually leave a note for myself of where to fix after this. And I'm gonna take your guys' ideas, and we're gonna put them in the note so that we start next week Monday right on that note. But let's see if this, just moving it, let's see if that makes any difference. Yeah, something happened with. Yeah, okay. So I think we're having a problem with the delayed start. Uh, we have a problem here with delayed start. Da 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 da. Something's going on there. So we are. We need to. We have to tinker around with it. That might be the prop. So there's something is going on with our delayed start, and that's something that we have to look at. So let's actually put it back where it was because I don't know. So I'm actually gonna make a note. Can I make a new note? So I'm gonna put in my notepad. So I'm gonna say to do in my notepad. You guys can't see this notepad. I'll have to share it at some point. To do, check if delayed start is screwing with melee's self dot defense position. And then I'm going to put a note here in the actual stuff so I know, and then I'll remember to check. So we'll actually put one here so I remember. Where is it? Where is it? So I'll say, we'll do it in delayed start. Delayed, okay. To do, check if delayed start is messing with positions with self dot defense position not being set before enumerating and causing 0. Okay, so that I think that's a good, like, I feel like that's something I can work with, and if we can like suss it out. Okay, though we got through a session, so that's good news. Maybe I'll stop this music for a sec. Whew. Whew. Okay, so we got through a session, and we got our marching orders for next week. Next week, we just gotta fix the positioning of the zealots. We can do that by making sure it's not dividing incorrectly. If it's not dividing incorrectly, then we can, I think, successfully get back on track, which is making sure that we get a formation, which is what we were originally, that's what we originally were doing. We were trying to get a formation before we ran into all those problems. So next week, Monday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, we'll be back here. Make sure you're following to that channel. So make sure you're subscribed. If you're in the chat, !join. If you want to join up with me, want me to help you code a bot, like we can code together. You can come here and we can code. I'm going to be working on some workshops to help like keep people on track, because like if you're already coding and you need a project to work on, a bot is a really good project to put together. And I think it looks really good in a portfolio. If you're someone who's going to be working on like games or whatever, I think working on a bot if you're aiming to be a gameplay engineer, working a bot is a lot of fun and a great way to get your coding practice in, and at the same time, practice some problem solving. We can do that together, !join. We can do some coding together in the Probots, or the Probots membership. So join me here. You can actually be a part of this. You can actually be a part of our programming. We'll do normally each week. You can either be a pilot or a navigator, so we can code together and make it a little social. Other than that, quickly before I leave, any questions, any thoughts? I mean, honestly, I'm gonna put the. You know what we should do? Let's commit. Let's commit this. I don't like committing with bugs, but I think I'm gonna commit. And if anybody wants to go over the code for this, and you see it, then that could be good too. I'm okay. I'm up to that. Let's get here. Let's add a little commit message here. Refactor defense mission and logic. Remove the redundant code in. Not that's not necessarily true, but actually, still fixing his coordinates. So uh, let's commit that, and then let's let's sync those changes. I'm gonna throw in the chat the repository. Well, Tony, I know I want to know. I know my pain. I know your pain. I know your pain, and we are in this together because I can't tell you how long we've been working on this bot. 19 days it says on the stream. So I'm gonna toss this in the care. Sorry, what's this? I have a question about how you can make this kind of bot to train. I'll look at your other content. Well, Tony, please subscribe. We'll be back here. I just dropped the GitHub for this bot in here. I have questions about how you can make this kind of bot to train. Pablo, is that to train in? Are we talking about training in machine learning training, reinforcement learning training? Like, what do you when you're saying training? What are we talking about here? I'll answer that question before I go, but I can't give you like the long and short answer. All right, sorry, I can't give you the long answer. I can only give you the short answer. Uh, Anyways, exclamation mark join. If you want to join up, be a part of the community, be a part of here, and I'll help you. We'll work together on building bots. We'll work together and make sure you keep on track. Every week we'll be essentially working on a project. A good way for you to keep your coding skills together. And yeah, if that's something you want to do, you want to be building a project, you want to be building a bot, keeping yourself active and coding. This is a lot of fun. I'm waiting for Pablo's comment, and then I will end our stream up. If I don't get a response from Pablo, then we're going to have to jump off here. Okay. All right, Pablo. Well, next week we'll talk about the long answer. So the next week we'll do the long answer. You let me know. You come back here and you let me know what you have, or you can drop in the comment your long question, and I'll look in the comments later and maybe draft up a long answer of this VOD, and we can go from there. All right, everybody. We're gonna call it for today. Oh, thank you, Lockman. That's like the nicest thing someone said to me on stream. Um, no, I think that's nice. I appreciate the comment. Unexpected, but you know what? Who doesn't like a little bit of nice, a little bit of a nice compliment? Okay. All right. So we're ending this stream for tonight. Hit subscribe. Check out exclamation mark join so that we can kind of figure out if you want to be coding together. Let me help you. Let's work together on making a bot for yourself as a project. If you are part of this project, if you join here on the weekly, you'll be added here as part as a co-author. So you can add to your, I don't mind if someone who's been working on this project adds it into their portfolio, as long as you contribute. Like you just jump in here and we're able to code together. You get your name as a co-author, a little bit less daunting than starting on your own. Okay, so until next week, you guys have been awesome. You guys are beautiful people. See you. Happy coding.